if you have also been living under a rock and you haven't been out on a date in some time, maybe you've been out to the site where you could supposedly pick up women who are in need, or guys who are mostly in need, because guys are pigs. Well, we are sometimes. Of course, so are women too. So just to be fair, Ashley Madison had.
So you're saying women are pigs?
Women and men can be pigs. Both genders can be pigs. The Ashley Madison site was recently hacked not that long ago. And at the time, it was kind of a non-story. I mean, because, sites get hacked all the time. And the people who were threatening to release all this data if Ashley Madison did not shut down. And Ashley Madison said, go ahead, dude. What are you going to do to us?
We made our money.
We've made our money. That's right. We've got billions in my sock drawer. So what if you're going to do it? Do it. And they did it. They dumped 9.7 gigabytes of data. That's a lot of fucking horny people, man. That's
It's 33 million user accounts.
Yes, 32 million user accounts, actually. And the site was touted as the premier site for married individuals seeking partners for affairs. Now, personally, what you do with your sex life, none of my goddamn concern. So when people get on this site and they, look for sex with another man, another woman, if you're married or not married or whatever, hey, that's up to you. But the thing is, you got these people out there who are pushing their morality onto everybody else. They're basically saying, hey, we don't like what you're doing, and we don't approve of you having people who are married on your site and going out to look for sex with other people. And I call bullshit on those people, because the fact is, who the fuck are they to say that their morality is better than mine? Just because someone chooses to do this does not necessarily mean that these people were cheating. Maybe they had permission, maybe they didn't, but it's still none of their goddamn business. Joe, your thoughts?
Okay, I first heard about the hack in where I get all of my news nowadays, in Meme Group, and people were making memes about it, and I'm like, that's funny. Wait, what? There was a hack? Fuck. So I read a little bit about it. They said they dumped it all on an onion site on the dark web. Mm-hmm. So you had to use a Tor browser to go look at it. There was like 32 million, or what did you say, 32 million user accounts.
Yep.
And it's just a buttload of information. Well, a private investigation firm called Trustify set up a searchable database that you can look at with a regular web browser, and you can enter an email address and see if that email address is in there.
Yep.
And so I was up late last night looking up all the people's addresses I know. And I found Packard is in there. You're a pig. And
hey, I'm single. What the hell? I don't care. What?
And then I noticed that the website, like, there's a way you could trick it out, because it's like justify.info/ I think search, and then if you get a negative match, it goes to -no. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, let me change it to -s, which I did, and it gave me the screen that you see if you're in there, and it's like, what do you do now? Your email has been used. You can call this number and hire our services. I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. I got a screenshot of that, turned it into a meme. So yeah, that was fun.
Oh, great.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really know anyone that's in there.
Torvi in the chat room says, Packard poked you long time. He's been reading my emails.
From what I've read, they not only can you search by email, mm-hmm. but like if you actually go look at the data itself, it contains people's like credit card information. If the credit card was charged, then it would include their home address, their billing address. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it included all the private messages they sent between other users, which is pretty crazy because, who knows what people are saying to each other on something like that.
I have some ideas, Joe. I'm just saying. Some ideas.
But one thing I did read was that website didn't use very much. It didn't use email verification. So all you had to do to sign up was use a email. It didn't matter what it was. And so there's a lot, like, they sit there and they're like, oh my God, look at all these military and government and NASA and White House email addresses.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, there was no verification email sent to any of these email addresses. So all you needed was an email address, put it in there, and boom, you got in. So president@whitehouse.gov is in there. But that doesn't mean Obama was on Ashley Madison.
That's right. It doesn't mean that.
It just means somebody used that address and opened an account. But that would be a pretty good defense. Like if anyone actually did get caught and they were like, my email address is on my business card. Somebody used it.
There you go. Oh, wow. It says here that the data included a description of what members were seeking. For example, I'm looking for someone who isn't happy at home or just bored and looking for some excitement. One of the members wrote from an Ottawa address, and the name and phone number of someone who works at the Customs and Immigration Union in Canada. And
nice.
They said, I love it when I'm called and told I have 15 minutes to get someplace where I'll be greeted at the door with a surprise. Maybe lingerie, nakedness. I like to ravish and be ravished. I like lots of foreplay and stamina, fun, discretion, oral, even willingness to experiment. Smile. I need a cigarette now. I don't even smoke.
Packard's account said, I'm looking for Christians.
I gotta have something to chew on.
I want to be
More
your lion.
repressed, you know?
I want to be your naughty atheist.
Safe word is Jesus Christ.
Say Jesus Christ to me one more time. Apparently, it says that it's notable. However, the cheating site is using the secure hashtag algorithm, surpassed by many other victims of the breaches we've seen over the years, who never bothered to encrypt the customers' passwords. They never bothered to encrypt people's passwords, which is total bullshit. Connie, your thoughts?
Well, I just think that we have a very bitter and vindictive couple of wives or somebody who mastered this hack. That's all I can think of when it screams it to me, you know. But do I think it's right for people to, you know, go outside of a committed relationship? No, I mean, I really don't. There's a lot of reasons why romance or, you know, attraction, even love dwindles over time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something that people should be talking about, and that's the point. Is you know, if somebody's going to cheat and hide, that's really a problem for that couple.
Yeah.
So I don't like that they felt they had to hack it. I think the site is kind of reprehensible myself, because I just say, look, if you really want to go out there and have multiple partners, why don't you just do that? Be honest with yourself and whoever and do that. But
Yeah.
That's also not acknowledging the idea that part of this is maybe the thrill of doing something illicit.
Yeah. I had to travel through Chicago a number of years ago, and, you know, in Chicago, billboards there are cost a lot of fucking money for space in Chicago. And I was traveling through this one area, and I saw an Ashley Madison billboard, as I recall. And I'm thinking, okay, these people are making bank, because to get one of those billboards, I mean, just one around in this area where it's like out in the middle of fucking a field, that's like $15,000 just for 1 month. Can you imagine the cost of a billboard in Chicago in prime real estate? You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, sex sells.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm going to say something else. Dr. House, everybody lies. So I don't even know, you know, how many of these people are just on this because it's a cheaper dating service, and they really aren't maybe married at all. You know, they just want to find somebody to have random encounters with. And
Sure.
Want to hang out at a bar. You know, so nah, I remember when we first ran across the thread of the hack a few months ago, and we didn't, like I said, we didn't talk about it because, well, it was kind of a non-event. You know, they might do it, they might not.
Right.
So here it is. You know, that's a huge number. I just like, wow, porn and that kind of stuff really rules the internet.
Yes, it does. Karen in the chat room here said that Packard wants to be hit with the holy water because he's been a bad boy.
The power of Christ
The
compels.
power of Christ compels you. Speaking of the Christ people, one of the famous people that that was on there was Josh Kid Diddling Duggar. They didn't acknowledge it at first, but yeah, then it did finally come out that yes, he was on that site. These fundamentalist Christians that get on there out in the public and they say, you know what, I'm better than you are because I have God. And no, you're not any better than I am just because you think you have an imaginary friend. There was apparently an apology that got posted up online, and it got amended several different times, deleted and then amended and whatever, according for his porn addiction, which isn't a thing. You can't be addicted to porn. As the warped
or sex,
you can't be addicted to that either. He had also changed. I became unfaithful to my wife to I have been unfaithful to my wife. With that many kids, no wonder he was out looking around. I was like, damn, there's just too many kids here. I got all the screaming and crying. I got to go find somebody.
Isn't he the oldest son of
the
guy that had all the kids?
Yep.
Yes.
He was. He was like, I got to go do something else. Is that an excuse? Fuck no, it's not an excuse. I'm just saying that's probably what it was. So, but the Gawker reported two of the Duggar subscription at first, citing 2 credit card charges from the website linked to his name and home address, and they first were wondering, like I said, that they were real. But the family released a statement on his website. It says, I quote, "I have been the biggest hypocrite ever. While espousing faith and family values, I have secretly over the last several years been viewing pornography on the internet, and this became a secret addiction, and I became unfaithful to my wife." Then he continued, "The last few years, while publicly stating I was fighting against immorality in our country, I was hiding my own personal failings." Dude, I could have given you fucking 10 sites, at least, where you wouldn't have had to give me a fucking credit card. You would have still been okay. I live on the cheap. I have to find porn on the cheap. I have no problem. Hey, I watch porn. You know what? I don't feel bad about that. It's natural. It's healthy. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes, we all know you're a pig.
I am a pig. But I am a very satisfied pig. Anyone have any last comments on this?
Just on Duggar, he needs to get a regular book on sex and human body and figure out that, because he blamed porn addiction on the devil tempting him. And, and he needs to figure out what it is that he likes. He needs to talk about this with his wife, and you might even find out that she's actually wanting something to do besides get pregnant. Just saying.
My wife won't let me come from behind.
So, yeah. I think he's probably oversexed, but maybe not. I don't know. So, poor guy. I do feel kind of sorry for him, in this sense, just because it's normal for you to want to look at a beautiful woman. It's normal for you to want sex. It's normal for you to masturbate. It's normal for you to watch porn. All of these things are pretty normal. All right, maybe he'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Karn333 in the chat room says, yes, Christians claim they are better because they have religion, but to be fair, I've met a lot of atheists who think they're superior and smarter because they're atheists. Well, we are. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it seems like the people who talk the most about sex and porn addictions are the religious.
Yes.
Because they don't want to take responsibility for having desires. It's always something else was doing it to them. They have a disease, an addiction, or the devil is doing it, or whatever. And like you said before, people can do whatever they want to do, as long as it's respectful of others and not harming others and all that. But what you can't do is be a public figure that claims a moral high ground,
right,
and calls out other people for being immoral, while at the same time running around and doing stuff like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that there is just no.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, hey, I watch porn. Big deal. I'm a
And you're
single
a pig.
guy. I'm a single guy. What the hell? It's nothing wrong with it. Even married couples watch porn. There's nothing wrong with that either.
I only
No,
watch
and
celebrity
even
porn.
if they did separately, I would
Joe watches
say-
only celebrity porn. What'd you say,
I'm
Connie?
sorry, Joe, go ahead. I was done, but I thought I heard you trying to say something.
Joe was saying that he only watches celebrity porn, and you guys were kind of talking on top of each other.
All I heard was Connie agreed and said she watches celebrity porn as well.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, we all heard it.
All Keanu all the time.
There you go.
I'd like to bite me off a piece of that. Oomph.
There's your new ringtone there, Connie.
Yep.
I'll make that up for you and send it out to you. Christian from Dawkins Dog in the chat room. Christians say they're born again. They still then mitigate still sinning by saying, "Well, I have a sinful nature. Just fucking own the fact that you're a dick. Don't blame Adam and Eve." Well said.
yeah.
Well said.